Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Jason. I'm a channeler and a Course in Miracles student. And today I'd like to come on, talk a little bit about the Course in Miracles and do a little bit of channeling. Before I begin, I have 2 books that are available below, and I have a membership site where we have 2 live Q&A question and answer sessions and a sound bath every month. And so let's begin. So first of all, today I'm on lesson 224, and this is a very short one. This is a set of lessons under the banner "What is Forgiveness?" and these are kind of more free-form lessons, whereas like the 10 lessons that came before that, the review lessons, are more, I consider them to be like feel-good lessons. They make you feel good. And these ones are more just trying to get you deeper into your meditations, deeper into away from your logical mind, thinking about these things, and more of just direct experience of connection with all there is and with all you are. So this is lesson 224. God is my Father, and He loves His Son. And I'll just read it. It's very short. My true identity is so secure, so lofty, sinless, glorious, and great, wholly beneficent and free from guilt, that heaven looks to it to give it light. It lights the world as well. It is the gift my Father gave to me, the one as well I give the world. There is no gift but this that can be either given or received. This is reality, and only this. This is illusion's end. It is truth. So that is, there's more to the lesson. I suggest reading through it. Also, I suggest if you're really interested in the lessons, that a really, really good way of going through them is to go through them with Tina Louise Spalding's channelings. She has a book out. It's called A Year in Forgiveness, or she has, they're all online as well on YouTube. And I found them to be very helpful in order to just understand these lessons. At first, it's just, there's just, at least for me, it's a lot to take in. And she channels Jesus, and he comes through and really explains it in a very down-to-earth way. So if you're interested in really, like, jumping into these lessons, I'd really recommend her work, because she helped me a lot. So what I'd like to talk about then today is, hold on a second. So what I wanted to talk about today was the idea of polarization, how everything in our world is so polarized now. You're either on this side or that side, and there's nowhere in between. You're not just like a normal human being that wants to feel love and be loved and be at peace and have just the normal things that everyone else has and try to find happiness. There's no in-between anymore. It's just everything is polarized to one side or the other. And I thought about this yesterday because I was having a conversation with a group of people, and it was talking about health. And I was thinking, now I didn't bring up anything, but I thought, if I brought up all of these different things, then this would have been a very, very, fiery debate or something. And it's health, it's like talking about the weather, look, it's sunny outside, or it's raining today, or, oh, my elbow hurts, it's health, come on. But that's where we're at now in our world. Everything is so polarized. And so one thing I was thinking about in this polarized place, though, is that do I bring up the ideas? So I know if I would bring up certain ideas in certain situations, that there would just, things would explode. And then I would be placed in a position where I would be on one side or another. It wouldn't become a discussion. It wouldn't become just there's a possibility that this might happen, or that this is happening, or no, it's just, no, do not talk about this. And my sense, though, yesterday was that I feel like I'm growing further and further and further away from, for example, this group of people when they're talking. I feel like an alien. I feel like I feel like an alien. I feel like I'm living in another dimension. It's like, what? What's going on here? And one question is, how do you deal with a situation like that? How do you stand in your power? Like, for example, I don't want to just kind of sit back and just say, okay, whatever. I kind of want to join the conversation, but at the same time, I don't want to create, a firestorm either. And so that's one thing. The other thing is that recently, like, there's a lot of talk about people from outer space, about aliens all over the place now. Now it's okay to talk about it, whereas about maybe 10 years ago, to talk about that kind of stuff, people would call you crazy. And it's funny how that changes with time. And so, in a sense, time can change all of those things. For example, this health, talking about health, for example, will change as well. But at the moment, we are in this polarized place where it is very difficult to have a normal conversation or to use your imagination and say, what about this? What about that? Everyone is just using their emotions. They're kind of working from the emotions, and those that thing is going to build up even more. I can feel with the media, they're kind of building up this thing, which is good, I guess, for us to learn how to deal with our emotions. And A Course in Miracles is a good way of doing that, of learning how and when, and to engage and not to engage. So that is my question. How do we handle these situations? Do we stand back and just hold the light? Do we be the lighthouses by not saying anything and just projecting light? Or do we speak out? And what do we say? And how do we do this? And is it okay to be creating, as a lighthouse, is it okay to be creating firestorms? So, yeah. So I'll check that out. Okay, here we go. Greetings, we are that one that you know as Mary Magdalene, and this is a wonderful question. We come to you with love and peace, which are the only things that are truly available on your planet and in the universe. We come to you today to speak about this issue. Yes, you are in a very, very important part of your process on your planet, where everything has become polarized. Everything is on one side or the other. And when this happens, on the surface, it seems like a very, very complicated thing. But what it is a device that allows you to understand what is hidden beneath the surface. It is a device that is used to enable you to truly understand where you are and where you stand. It is drawing the line in the sand, you might say, of acknowledging where you truly are and knowing where you truly are so that you can follow the path that you need to truly follow. So this idea of polarity, while it seems to be very, very stressful on the surface, is a device, a learning device that you can use to understand where you stand. Now, how do you deal with this? Yes, this being is worried about creating a firestorm. Now, that is a very, very important part here. So the more important idea, rather than creating a firestorm, is being who you truly are, being in your power. And if that creates a firestorm, then so be it. Because it is important for you to be in your power. By tacitly listening, by tacitly being quiet, you are tacitly agreeing to what is being said. So it is important for you to speak your truth. And to know that speaking your truth, there is nothing wrong with speaking your truth, and there never has been. And as this being said, when time progresses, for example, if you would subtract time for 10 years or add 10 years, then these topics would be okay to talk about. And the thing is, they are okay to talk about at any time. You are free. You're free beings. And by you expressing your truth, you are creating the path that will lead you where you need to go. So that is the idea, that by standing in your power, standing in your power is more important than creating a firestorm. If you create a firestorm, so be it. Sometimes firestorms are created and they can't be avoided. Now, we are not saying that you should go out and stand on a pedestal and express these views. We're saying that you stand in your power wherever you are, that you don't have to hide who you are, and you never had to. And if you find that people will judge you for that, that is fine. That is them making clear, drawing the line in the sand of where they stand. And you can love them and forgive them and understand them, but now you understand where you stand and where they stand, and then you can make your decision on where to move forward. And that is all that is happening. This is not about cutting people out or any of that situation. This is about expressing your truth and letting people know where you are. because they want to know who and where you are, because they love you, and they love you very much, and they want to understand who you are. And you would be surprised when you express yourself, when you stand in your power with love and without judgment, but expressing how you feel, what you think. You would be surprised at how much love you would feel and how much your world would open up to you. And so this is our advice to you. We are Mary Magdalene. Oh, okay. Pretty cool advice. Okay. All right. So it looks like I might be creating some firestorms. Or maybe not, who knows. So yeah, and guys, if you're interested in the membership, it's below. Also, again, check out Maria's Quantum Healing. I'll put the links below, and Tina Spalding's Course in Miracles videos, and also her book, which is amazing. Yeah, anyway, so ciao.